guys, and welcome back to this channel, or welcome to for the first time ever. My name is Marimar.
And I'm Tabby.
She's my best friend, and I decided to start this channel to start talking about nursing and how it's been for us. The title of this channel is Wild About Nursing, and of course we're not new student nurses, but we're fairly new. We're only going into the third semester, and I thought we should share our experience and like how we got into the program, how we're doing now, and we'll give you some tips on how to like be successful in nursing school, even though some things may or may not work for you.
Okay. Of course. Okay, so the process of getting into nursing school would just depend on if you want to do your like associates or bachelor's, like your ASN or BSN. But you should really try to go for your BSN because that's what they're asking of nurses these days. And in order to do that, you have to get your associates first in biology, or it could be in dance as long as you have the classes that they're asking of you. And then you apply to a nursing program, take the nursing entrance exam, maybe do interviews for the program, and you start.
So once you get accepted into the nursing program, you're gonna have to like go into orientation. They're gonna have to explain to you what's going on, what you're gonna go through, and of course they're gonna tell you your first classes. So maybe your first semester classes, you're gonna have pathophysiology, intro to nursing, background in nursing such as contemporary nursing, and
or like health assessment
as well, which is very important, and you need to fully understand what it is. So when you go into the program, they're going to explain to you that the grading policy is not the same. Some schools are different. For us, it's 76 or higher. You'll be able to pass. So a 76 is a C, and anything above that is passing. But if you are below 76, like a 75.9, you will not pass the course. I know it's a little tough. That means that you need to like be able to understand the way you study, or even know how you learn. Maybe you're like auditory or a visual learner, or you just have to repeat things constantly or write it down to be able to fully grasp the concept, or maybe you need someone to explain it to you, which that's fine. Anything that helps you succeed is what's going to get you to that goal, which all in all, we all have the same goal, which is graduating to be able to take our NCLEX.
Yeah, so as far as going along with the way you learn, the way that you learn may always stay the same, but the way you study for every semester may change. What works for you in the first semester may not work for you the second, because classes change and expectations sort of change. So that just depends. Sorry.
It's fine. So nursing school is not scary. You just have to like get used to studying constantly and being able to focus. Like, yeah, people say like, oh, my social life is gone. Yeah, you're gonna have to give up a part of your social life, but that doesn't mean that you have to be constantly studying. Because if you're constantly studying, you're gonna be drained. You're gonna be like, oh my god, my brain, it's like bulging up, and you don't want that. There's so much information that you're not gonna be able to like memorize everything. You're not gonna be able to have everything in your brain. That's why we help each other. That's why nurses, when you're on the floor, if you have a question, you ask each other. Because if I don't know, you want to make sure that you ask someone for help. And that's another tip. Like, if you're already in nursing school and you know you didn't do as well as you thought on your first exam, you need to go and talk to your professors or get a tutor, because you don't want to be asking for help at the end when you already have a C, maybe a low C, and you get to that final and you're, oh my god, like, I don't know if I'm going to pass the class because it's such a low grade.
Yeah. You should study.
You see the thing on my glasses.
You should study and review a little bit every day. Even though I'm going to be the first to admit that I probably can't do that, because it's just, you get so like tired and you're like, I'll just study in the next 5 minutes, or I'll study later. But if you keep postponing it, you're never going to do it. So you may as well just block out a certain time, do it, maybe like an hour, take a 15-minute break, another hour, like that. Like, take your breaks, because if you try to do 5-6 hours straight and no breaks at all, you're just going to be fried. And that's not going to help you.
You're just going to be reading and you're just going to be like, what did I just read?
Yeah, you're going to read the same sentence over and over and be like,
That's happened to a lot of us.
Yeah.
And since she mentioned you have to block your time, you want to invest on a good planner, especially something that's pretty if you're a girl, or something that catches your attention. And of course, get markers or something for your planner, so you just don't have something black and white. You want to have a good study place. Like, if you know you're going to be distracted by your phone, put a timer on your phone and leave it on your bed, or hide it in your closet. Just don't put it back there.
Yeah.
If you know you're gonna be distracted by the people on your laptop, like I have a Mac, like I constantly get text messages from my boyfriend or anybody with an iPhone. Mute it. Turn off your notifications. You don't want to be distracted while you're studying. You want to have that time for studying. Let's say you wake up early in the morning. Let's say you're at 8 and you have breakfast. You go for a walk if you have a dog, with your dog, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna study now. You close your door, you eat breakfast, and you sit down for 30 minutes and you go at it. You don't want to be, like she said, draining yourself out. And invest in a good planner. This one, I got it from Amazon, but it's through Bloom's Planners, and they're pretty good. And I got the one that's like 2019. I started this year in nursing school, so I was like, I'm not gonna get 2019, 2020, because mind you, my planner is already all full and ugly, but because I've written so much in it, so I'm gonna invest in a new one for next year. So if it's in your budget, you can go ahead and buy it, like they have in Walmart and Amazon and Target, anything that fits your budget. Because I know nursing books are very, very, very expensive. It's like it's like an arm and a leg or a kidney, but don't sell that.
Okay, so talking about first and second semester for some of you guys who might be starting your first semester, maybe this semester right now or the next. It's okay. Just know that it's good to be organized from the beginning, and it's probably one of your hardest semesters because you're learning the changes. You're learning the new grading scale. You're learning that you need to study a lot more and get creative with your learning. Talk to the wall, do a couple newscasts that we've done. Okay? You gotta get creative. So for first semester people, this is when you're gonna know, make or break a little bit, because it's just a change. It's a big change.
I don't know how many times you cried. You're gonna cry. You
might, yeah. I cry at least twice a semester.
Maybe you won't. Maybe you're that sort of learner, that student that just grabs things easily, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. But you'll probably have a time that you're like, what the heck? I don't know how many times. First semester and second semester, I was like, what the hell am I doing here?
I know, I should have changed careers, but...
we love nursing, but it's stressful. It's a lot of things that change. It changes your life. I'm not gonna lie. We both have boyfriends. We barely spend time with them unless we're off school, and we're constantly studying. We're either with each other, running errands in regards to school, and then you have clinicals, and then we have clinicals Saturday, Sunday this semester. So we have to study in the week, because if we leave it for last minute and we have classes Monday, Tuesday, we're not gonna pass this semester. So we need to be constantly studying, but constantly study doesn't mean wake up at 8 in the morning and study the whole day. No, study for at least 4 hours and then take a break, with breaks while you're studying, like she stated. So another tip is, what he said, review.
Understand, don't memorize. Yeah. So a lot of things would be easy to memorize to get you through your test, but it's gonna come back to you. It's gonna come back to haunt you, because what you're learning first semester, they're gonna ask you about in second, and what you learned in first and second is gonna come back to you in third.
So if it's something that you had trouble during a test, let's say you have trouble with the cardiac system, and you passed the test but borderline, and then you're like, oh my god, it's coming back to me again next semester. During that 1 week break or 2 week break, you want to go ahead and review it, even though I know it's a pain.
Just read it over.
To sit down, just review it, because it's gonna help you. I love the kidney system, and I get the RAS system, which is the Renin system. You're gonna learn about it if you're taking pathophysiology, and you're gonna see how it correlates with the cardiac system, and you need to be able to understand those systems to be able to learn pharmacology. Because if you do not understand those systems,
you're not gonna know.
You're not gonna grasp it. Yeah. So review. If you need a study group, if you need to meet with your professor, do so. Anything to help you. Because remember, they were once students too, and they're there to help us, so reach out to them as soon as possible. A friend, someone in class that you get along with, or someone that is probably in the same boat.
I literally live at my house for like
we
weeks at a time to study. Like,
we've known each other before the program, so
yeah. But besides that, like, even if you walk in and you know nobody, just talk to people, because the same people, hopefully, same people that are sitting with you in the first day are going to ride through that ride with you, and they're probably the only people who are going to understand why you're crying at like 2 a.m. because you have a test at 8 a.m. and like you're just trying to like figure shit out.
That's another thing. Like, I know there's a lot of people that, I'm just gonna like study the night before. Like, no, that's not gonna work. Like,
cramming's not gonna help you.
If you don't learn it in 3 days, there's no way you're gonna learn it in 5 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Like, so prior to a test, you want to get a good night's sleep. You want to have a good breakfast. Yeah, you can touch up on some things that you're like unsure about in the morning, but you don't want to try to review everything, because your mind's gonna get overwhelmed, and then you're gonna sit during the test and you're probably gonna blank out, and that's not good, because you have a timer and you're gonna get freaked out and then
have anxiety attacks.
Yes,
that was me last semester for like the first time ever. Pure panic attack. Almost went into like hyperventilation. It was just horrible in the class, but I mean, I passed the class, but horrible.
She got through it. The whole point is just breathe. It's just a test. It's not holding a gun to your head. Like, yes, there's a timer, but if you don't understand a question, and for us, we can't go back during the test. So read the question twice, pick the best 2 choices between those 2, and then move on. You don't want to be spending 5 minutes or 10 minutes in one question, because out of
minutes are gone.
Yeah, you have probably 50 questions or 100. I don't know how other professors work, or 25, but you want to get through the whole test and be sure that you like actually answer all of the questions. Yeah. And the other tip is pay attention during lecture, because professors are going to give a lot of things and details that they're going to state it, and they're probably going to state it more than once. Pay attention.
That's a big note. If they say it like 2 or 3 times, the same thing, chances are they're going to test you on it.
Yes. And also, I know we all have our computers. We do everything on our computer. Maybe we have a calendar, we have a planner. Don't get distracted by the computer. Like, if you have the computer, have your PowerPoint open, your notes. If not, just close it. Because I'm guilty of charge. Yes, I've caught myself in like an hour and a half into the lecture. I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm not here anymore. And you see me shopping. And a lot of people in my class have done it. Like, I'm sitting behind a ground, I'm like, wow, like, she's on Fashion Nova. Or anything in regards to shopping. I know it's nice to look at other stuff, but we gotta pay attention, because the information that they're feeding us is what's gonna get us through the semester and the whole nursing program.
Yeah. So, I mean, talked about first and second. What else?
Yeah. And like I said before, have a hobby. Do something you like to distract your mind. Don't study all day. We personally, after a test, we don't do anything.
Like, I know, we come home and we're like, nope,
I'm not gonna do anything, even despite the fact that we have another test probably in like a week. No,
we just take that rest of that day.
Our brain,
to be like,
yes,
breathe.
needs a break, and we're gonna, I don't know, watch Netflix, watch a movie, go for a walk, work out. Yeah. Don't go out to drink, because that's not a good coping mechanism. Don't get drunk. Don't do it.
Unless it's the end of the semester and you've totally passed all your classes, then you can have like one drink. But don't do it in your uniform. For the life of, I don't know who.
Don't do that.
Don't go out drinking in your uniform. It's only going to make you look bad, the school look bad. Don't do that.
Yes. So, be friendly, be kind, enjoy the ride, because it's going by fast. Like, we started this year, and our first year is like about to end. Like, we just started this semester, and I know it's going to fly. And we're going to learn a lot, and I'm really excited for the new clinical rotation that we have. And when you go into clinical rotations, be open to anything. Like, if you smell poop and it's your first time smelling poop, don't gag. Like,
you might gag.
You might gag.
What?
But turn your head away. Like, I know it's hard. It's a tough smell. We smell it. C. diff is even worse. You're never going to forget it. You're probably going to smell it in the hallway if you pass by the room. But the whole point is that learn. Be like, oh, do you need help with this? Like, just ask anybody. Like, don't just stand there.
If someone offers, like, hey, do you want to do this glucose check? Hey, do you want to do this? Say yes, because you might be scared, but you're not the only person who's been scared. And once you do it, and you get asked to do it again, it's gonna be so much easier, and you're gonna be like, I got it, I know how to do it.
But of course, do things that you're allowed to do. Like,
Right.
Don't be going into a room and trying to give an IV. You're not.
Right.
We're not supposed to give IVs because we're not trained in that. So only do things that you're allowed, like glucose. We were allowed to, and towards the end of our second semester in a clinical rotation, we were allowed to give shots. So yes, it was a scary thing. I'm poking someone, even though in the past we've done phlebotomy, we've taken out blood, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah, but it had been a long time.
It's been a long time. So you just need to get accustomed, follow the nurses, follow the clinical partners, follow the people that help the nurses, and just enjoy it and learn as much as possible and be thankful, because this is what's going to get you through.
Yeah. So, you want to end it now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
If you guys have any questions and anything that you would like us to speak about, you can go ahead and leave it in the comments down below, and please give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to follow us, you can go ahead and subscribe and
tell your friends about it.
Yeah, and remember, during this journey, you're not alone. You have your classmates, you have your professors, and of course you have your family and friends, even though they don't fully understand unless they have a medical background, or maybe they've gone through it, but they know it's a stressful thing and you just need to explain it to them. And I guess that's it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy the journey of nursing. Bye guys.
Bye.